Okay, nice. Where in Italy do you live?
In Milan city. Perhaps
Okay,
this is better.
Mhm.
okay. And Giulietta, welcome to class. Giulietta, how's it going?
Hi, teacher.
Hey, congratulations on
Hi.
the win.
Congratulations to you.
Yeah, so I guess how was your afternoon other than really great?
Yes, but I lost, I think, 10 years of my life.
Yeah, it was a stressful game. It was really good though.
Yes, yes.
All right, nice. And yeah, perfect. Jair, how's it going?
Uh, I am doing pretty well, thanks. Pretty good, thanks.
Nice. I'm doing pretty well. Would be good. Um,
Okay.
Jair, where are you from?
I am from Brazil.
Okay, nice. And what do you do for fun? What do you like to do in your free time?
In my free time, I like to watch soccer. I like to
Nice.
play video game with my son, like
Okay.
a PlayStation.
Yeah. Nice.
Yes,
Do you have any?
and I like to read as well.
Good. What do you like to read?
I like to read the subjects about uh, how can I say about management, you know,
Okay.
uh, subjects about motivation, how to become a better professional, for instance, a better human being,
Okay.
and yes,
Nice. Okay. And Bo, what about you? What do you do for fun, Bo?
What?
What do you like to do for fun? What do you do for enjoyment?
Ah, yes. I like music.
You like
I
music?
like, yes. For my free time, I go to play the drum. I'm beginning to learn the drum.
Nice. Okay. The drums are fun. Okay. Do you play any other
Yeah.
instruments?
Yes, guitar. But
Okay.
in this period, I play less, so I can't play well as before.
I can't play as well as before.
I
So
can't
just
play well as before.
close. I can't play as well. I can't play as well as before.
I can play as well. Uh, I can play well as before.
Close. We have two as's. So if you look in the chat box, I can't play as
I can
well
play
as well as.
as well as before.
There you go. Good. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. And Jair,
yes.
your team.
Uh,
Who's your team?
my team, I'm fan of Barcelona,
Oh, nice.
Okay.
and I am fan of
Nice.
International. We have a team in Brazil called Inter.
Mm.
Okay.
Yes, yes. This is my
Nice.
two teams that I am fan.
Champions League final for sure. Um,
Yes.
okay. And Heidi, welcome back. Heidi, how's it going?
Hello, nice to see you again.
Nice to see you too. Good morning. Um, and Heidi, so what are your plans for the day?
Today, maybe, okay, okay. Afternoon, we'll go to the police station, license center, to renew my driver's license.
Okay. Nice. That'll be good. And you said you might get your license renewed for more time this time because you have a perfect driver's license, right? Or driver's record?
Every 3 years, we need to renew the driver's license. Then, if the person doesn't have any anything, next time they can keep the license 5 years.
Okay. Nice. And so,
People call paper driver. I'm like that. Paper driver means never driven.
okay, so you only drive on paper?
Only having the license.
Okay.
I like that. So next time I need to go there. Now 5 years later.
Perfect. Well, good thing. Yeah, I guess you don't have to worry about going in every 3 years. That's something. Okay, and I think we're about good. Jair, am I pronouncing your name correctly?
Yes, my name is in Portuguese is called Jair.
Jair. Yeah,
Yeah.
in Spanish, the J is not pronounced, so it'd be Jair.
Yes,
But
Jair, Jair in Spanish, maybe. Yes.
Okay, and perfect, Jair. All right, let's get started with today's class. So we're going to be reading and start with Bo. Can you read the title and the next line?
Yes, the school. Today we will read Donald Earthlim's short story, The School.
Good. Okay, and let's start with some vocabulary. And actually, Bo, why don't you read the words as well?
Yes, vocabulary. Nursery. Checks off. Explicable. Conscientious. Sabotage. Okay. Knapsack. To grapple. Maternity. Transited. Acetate.
Good. You did a good
These
job.
words are
Really hard.
hard words.
Let's start with off. Can you repeat kicked off?
Picked off.
Good.
Picked
Explicable.
off. Explicable.
And conscientious.
Conscientious.
Nice. Sabotage.
Sabotage.
Nice. Sabotage. Knapsack.
Knapsack.
Perfect. Mundanity.
Mundanity.
Yeah, which comes from mundane. Okay, so-
Mundane.
yeah, mundanity, mundane. Transcended.
Transcended.
Nice. And asserted.
Asserted.
Nice, asserted. Perfect. Does anybody have any questions about any of these words?
Yes. What?
Let's stick with Julieta for first. What's your question?
What does knapsack mean?
Okay, a knapsack. Does anybody know what a knapsack is?
The first one.
Knapsack. Knapsack.
First one.
No,
Nursery?
so
No.
that's a nursery. We're looking at knapsack.
Knapsack is like backpack.
Uh-huh.
Like backpack.
Yeah. Knapsack is a backpack. Any other questions?
Yes, grapple.
Okay. Does anybody know what grapple means? No
Like,
ideas?
It
Heidi?
is it is similar to grab
Grab.
maybe.
Similar, yeah. Like to grab, to fight for control over.
Hmm.
Yeah, so if you're
So
grappling. Sorry?
okay, fight for something.
Yeah. So you can like grapple with somebody to gain control of the clicker, or the remote control for the television. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's grapple. And okay, any other questions?
What is the meaning mundanity?
Okay.
Mundanity.
Does anybody know what mundanity is?
Related to the things of the world.
Not quite. Mundane. Does anybody know what mundane means?
Mundane, something you have to do, no?
Something that's happening?
You have to do.
Not quite.
It's a
It's
high level life.
sorry.
No,
More like
it's
boring or everyday, average. It's like
Yeah.
the mundanity of everyday life would be like the boringness of everyday
Yeah.
life.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
in Italy it's the opposite.
Really?
Yeah, mundane is when you have a high level life.
Interesting. Yeah, in English it's boring, average, everyday, dull, wearisome. Yeah. Okay. Any other questions? Okay. What about conscientious? Maybe Jair, can you make a sentence using conscientious?
I'm not sure the meaning. It is the same conscious.
Sort of.
Okay, let me think about. She, for instance, she had consciousness about her. She has consciousness about her future.
It's a
I'm not sure if I got the meaning of this word.
That's okay. So, can you read the definition?
Okay, wishing to do what is right, especially to do one's work or duty well and truly,
Thoroughly.
fairly.
Thoroughly. Yeah. Okay. Does that make sense? So it's like you're conscious of trying to do what is right. You're conscientious.
Yeah.
Okay. So she was a conscientious girl. She always tried to do what was right. Maybe.
Okay.
Okay. And if there are no other questions, let's get started with the reading. And let's start with Heidi. Can you read the first paragraph?
Okay. Well. Okay. Well, we had all these children out planting trees. See, because we figured that was part of their education, to see how, the root systems and also the sense of responsibility taking care of things, being individually responsible. You know what I mean? And the trees are all died. They were orange trees. I don't know why they died. They just died. Something wrong with the soil, possibly, or maybe the stuff we got from the nursery wasn't the best. We complained about it. So we've got 30 kids there. Each kid had his or her own little tree to plant. And we've got these 30 dead trees. All these kids looking at these little brown sticks. It was depressing.
Good. Okay. Yeah. Really good reading. And I'm not laughing at you guys during this story. This is a really funny story. So there's a lot of humor. So be aware of that. Does anybody have any questions in this first part? Okay. Heidi, you did a really great job with your pronunciation. Giulietta, can you read the next part?
It wouldn't have been so bad, except that just a couple of weeks before the thing with the trees, the snakes all died. But I think that the snakes, well, the reason that the snakes kicked off was that, you remember, the boiler was shut off for 4 days because of the strike, and that was explicable. It was something you could explain to the kids because of the strike. I mean, none of their parents would let them cross the picket line, and they knew there was a strike going on and what it meant. So when things got started up again and we found the snakes, they weren't too disturbed.
Good. The only thing I can see was meant. Yeah. So they knew there was a strike going on and they knew what it meant. Can you repeat that? Whoa.
They knew there was a strike going on and what it meant.
Nice. And kicked off. What's kicked off mean here?
Died.
Yeah, died. Good. Does anybody have any questions here?
Good luck. Okay.
Pardon?
No.
Okay. And let's have Bo. Can you read the next part?
Yes. Of course, we expect the
Oh.
tropical fish to
Sorry.
die.
Up here.
Okay, with the herb gardens, it was probably a case of overwatering, and at least now they know not to overwater. The children were very conscientious with the herb gardens, and some of them probably, slipped them a little extra water when we weren't looking. Or maybe, well, I don't like to think about sabotage, although it did occur to us. It mean it was something that crossed our mind. We were thinking that way probably because before that the Gerblies had died, and the white mice had died, and the salamander. Well, now they know not to carry them around in plastic bags.
Good. Nice. This is some tough ones. Salamander.
Salamander?
Good. Before that, the gerbils had died.
Before that's Gabursite. Gabursite.
And we'd say gerbils. Gerbils.
Gerbils.
Gerbils. Can you repeat gerbils?
Gerbils.
Good. Before that,
Gerbils.
yeah. Before that, the gerbils had died.
Before that, the gerbils had died.
Good. Sabotage. Sabotage.
Sabotage.
Although. Yeah. So, or maybe, well, I don't like to think about sabotage, although it did occur to us.
I don't like to think about sabotage, although it that occurs to us.
Yeah, it did occur to us.
Did occur to us.
Good. And then we've got slipped. Slipped. Can you
Sleep.
repeat? Good. Conscientious.
Conscientious.
Good. Conscientious. Overwatering.
Conscientious. Overwatering.
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 Good.
Watering.
And then with this word, you can say herb or herb. I would say herb. It sounds a lot more natural to me. So, an herb garden.
Herb.
Yeah, herb. So, herbs. Herbs and spices. Okay. And
Okay, thank you.
Jair, can you read this next paragraph?
Yes, sure. Of course, we expected the tropical fish to die. That was no surprise. Those numbers, you look at them, croquettes, and they're belly up on the surface. But the lesson plan called for a tropical fish input at that point. There was nothing we could do. It happens every year. You just have to hurry past it.
Good. Okay. You look at them crooked. Crooked.
Crooked.
And their belly up.
Their belly up.
Yeah, good. Tropical.
Tropical.
And you have to hurry past it.
Hurry past it.
Yeah. Okay, does anybody know what a gerbil is?
Like a mouse.
Yeah, it's sort of like a mouse. It's a type of rodent that look like mice. They're a little bit bigger, maybe. And that's not going to work, clearly. Yeah, so this is a picture of a gerbil. Okay, and Heidi, do you think you can say what's happened in the story so far? So what's happening so far?
It's a restaurant, maybe nursery, in the nursery. They're working. In the nursery, at first, my impression was that in the nursery, the people are working. There are many kids. And overall watering means take care too much. If they take care too much of the children, children would die. It means that children would be going worse or something. It's very
It's a
difficult.
little bit different. So they're overwatering the herb gardens.
Yes, yes.
So we overwater plants.
Plant, yes.
So what happened there?
Their root is getting worse. Then the plant will die.
Yeah. So we'd say the roots would begin to rot,
Mm-hmm.
and then the plant will die. Yeah. So what do the children do?
Children sleep on the water.
Sort of. This is an expression that's a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
Julieta, you think you can explain that?
The kids, when they didn't watch them, they gave extra water to the herb.
So if you slip somebody water, when the adults weren't watching, the children gave the plants extra water. Does that make sense, Heidi?
Yeah.
Okay. And I don't like to think about sabotage, but it did occur to us. What's that might mean, Bo?
What is mean? Well, I don't like to think about sabotage. Although it did occur to us, I have to find a call in the dictionary.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
I have to find occur in the dictionary.
Occur. It's like if you say it did occur to us, we did think of that.
We 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 did think of that possibility. Okay, so it it did occur to us means we think that's impossible.
We think that is possible.
We think that is possible. We think it is possible.
Yeah. Okay. And so.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Good. So, why were they thinking that it was possible that somebody had sabotaged the plants? Why were they thinking that? Can anybody explain?
Yes,
there was a next.
I have to think. I don't like to think.
Sabotage is the people don't work.
Sorry, Heidi. It's really hard to hear you.
Sabotage means don't work.
Usually
it's intentionally.
Yeah, something that's intentional.
Mm-hmm.
So to intentionally ruin something.
Yeah, this person didn't think about that, but as a result, they had sabotage.
Yeah. So was there sabotage before, maybe?
Because there was an excavation of death.
Yeah. So
it's not a constant. Maybe.
Yeah. So they're thinking, maybe there's sabotage because of the way that the gerbils had died and the white mice and the salamander too. Yeah. Okay. And does anybody have any questions on this page?
Yes, I have one. You look at them crooked and they are belly up.
Yeah. Heidi, do you think you can explain that? You look at them crooked and they're belly up.
Crooked.
Yeah. like and hang on on the clock like that. No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we'd be saying if you look at them sideways,
Mhm.
they're suddenly dead. So you don't even do anything. You just look at them straight.
Like a fish. This place is mentioning about fish. When fish died, they shoot very up.
Yeah. That fish go belly up. For sure. So this sentence is saying if you do the smallest thing, tropical fish,
Mhm.
even looking at them strangely.
Or they barely look at them. Something.
Yeah. You don't even have to do anything and they'll die,
Mhm.
is what it's saying. Okay, any other questions? Bo, do you think you understand?
I think the test is a little difficult for me.
It is difficult. Do you have questions?
Question. I can't understand the test.
Okay, so let me explain really quickly. So what's happening so far is they are at a school. The narrator is a teacher. And so things at the school have been dying. So the trees, the orange trees, and then we have,
Yes.
what was the next one? The herb garden.
Snakes.
Oh, the snakes, yeah. So the trees, then the snakes, the garden so far, the herb garden, and then the gerbils,
Gerbil.
the mice, salamander,
Fish.
and the fish. Yeah.
Mhm.
It's all very strange. Does that make sense? That's pretty much all that's been happening so far, Bo. And then maybe the teacher thinks the children might be sabotaging things or killing things on
Really?
purpose. So, yeah, I don't like to think about sabotage, although it did occur to us. We did think it was possible. Yeah, and that's it. Bo, do you understand that?
Yes, I think I understand that is happened something in the school. The things are dying.
Uh-huh.
The trees, the snakes, and the fish
Yeah. So everything is dying.
are dying. Everything is dying.
Uh-huh.
So it's very strange.
It is very strange. All right, let's go to the next page. And let's have Heidi. Can you read the first part?
Mm-hmm. We want even. Huh?
Nothing. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna mute myself.
Pardon?
I'm sorry. Sometimes I just couldn't stop laughing. The sentence is it's a good sentence. Go on and keep reading.
We weren't even supposed to have a puppy. We weren't even supposed to have one. It was just a puppy. The Murdoch girl found under the greased trunk one day, and she was afraid the truck would run over it. When the driver had finished making his delivery. So they stuck it in the knapsack and brought it to the school with her. So we had this puppy. As soon as I saw the puppy, I thought, oh, Christ, I bet it will live for about 2 weeks and that's what it did.
Good. Okay. Good. So she stuck it in her knapsack. She stuck it in her knapsack.
She stuck it in her knapsack.
Good. Okay. And any questions in that first part?
Or dying.
Okay. Julieta, can you read the next part?
It wasn't supposed to be in the classroom at all. There is some kind of a regulation about it, but you can tell them they can't have a puppy when the puppy is already there, right in front of them, running around on the floor and yupping. They named it Edgard. That is, they named it after me. They had a lot of fun running after it and yelling, "Here, Edgard! Nice, Edgard!" Then they'd laugh like heck. They enjoyed the ambiguity. I enjoyed it myself. I don't mind being kidded. They made a little house for it in the supply closet and all that. I don't know what it died of. Distemper, I guess. It probably hadn't had any shots. I got it out of there before the kids got to school. I checked the supply closet each morning, routinely, because I knew what was going to happen. I gave it to the custodian.
Good. Okay. Edgar. Edgar.
Edgard.
Edgar.
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 Ambiguity.
Ambiguity.
Good. Closet.
Closet.
Routinely.
Routinely.
And custodian.
Custodian.
Nice. Well done. All right. Who can explain what's happening here?
A girl found a puppet. They
A puppy.
a puppy. Sorry, a puppy. They put it in the supply closet, and after 2 weeks, it died.
What did they name it and why?
They named Edgar. It was the name of their professor, I think, their teacher.
Why did they enjoy calling it Edgar?
Because they could play with it and trick it and and have fun with it, and so that was the ambiguity.
Yeah.
Ambiguity.
The ambiguity.
Ambiguity.
So they could play with it and trick it and have fun with it, things they couldn't do with their professor.
Yes.
But they had the same name.
Mm-hmm.
Was ambiguous. Who they were playing with. So ambiguous is like it means it could go both ways. So ambi is both. Yeah, both ways. Guous. I don't even know what the ending of guous would be. But good. Does anybody have any questions? Bo, do you have any questions?
This part is a little difficult. I can't understand.
Okay. Did Julietta's explanation make sense? So girl found a puppy or a small dog.
Okay, a girl found a puppy. They
Yeah,
put
which is
it in the supply closet, and after 2 weeks, it died. They named it
yeah.
Agar, the name of their professor. They could play with it and trick it and have fun with it. Things they couldn't do with their professor, but they same name, so it was ambiguous who they were playing with.
Yeah, sorry. They had the same name. So it was ambiguous.
They had the same name.
Yeah.
So
Good.
a girl found a puppy. What does it mean? Is that a animal?
Yeah, a puppy is a small dog, a baby dog.
Ah, okay, a small dog. So a girl found a small dog.
Hmm.
They call the small dog with the name of their professor.
Yes.
Okay, I understand.
Okay. Good.
Thank you.
And let's go to the next page. And let's have Bo, can you read this first part?
Yes, yes. The class took it pretty hard.
Sorry, this first part?
Uh, but
Oh,
I don't think there's anything wrong with the school.
okay, sorry.
Uh,
Up at the top. Can you see it?
yes. Uh, where we are.
Right up here?
Okay. And then there was this Korean orphan that the class adopted around through the Help the Children program. All the kids brought in a quarter a month. That was the idea. It was an unfortunate thing. The kid's name was Kim, and maybe was adopted him too late or something. The cause of death was not started in the letter we got. They suggested we adopt another children instead and sent us some interesting case histories. But we didn't have the heart. The class took it pretty hard. They began. I think nobody ever said anything to me directly. So to feel that maybe there was something wrong with the school.
Yeah. Okay. Sent. Sent.
Sent,
Hmm. And then child.
sent, child,
Good. Stated.
stated,
And all the kids brought in.
uh,
All the kids brought in.
See, all the kids brought in.
Good.
All the kids brought in.
Uh-huh. Perfect. Heidi, can you read the next part?
But I don't think there's anything wrong with the school. Particularly, I've seen better and I've seen worse. It was just a run of bad luck. We had we had an extraordinary number of parents passing away. For instance, there were, I think, 2 heart attacks and 2 suicides, 1 drowning, and 4 killed together in a car accident, 1 stroke, and we had a usual heavy mortality rate among the grandparents. Okay, among the grandparents, or maybe it was heavy. Okay, it's very, very small for me, or maybe it was heavier this year. It seemed so. And finally, the tragedy.
Hmm.
The tragedy, no? Continue. The tragedy occurred when Matthew Wayne and Tony Marlborough were playing over there. Their
Sorry? Perfect. Heidi, sorry, I lost you. And we had.
and we had a usually heavy mortality rate among the grandparents, or maybe it was heavier this year. It seemed so. And finally, the tragedy.
Good. Really nice job. Particularly?
Particularly.
Yeah. Particularly. Anything wrong with the school, particularly? It almost sounds like particularly.
Particularly.
Yeah. Any questions so far? All right. Giulietta, can you read the next part?
The tragedy occurred when Matthew Wayne and Tony Mavrogordo were playing over where they're excavating from the new federal office building. There were all these big wooden beams stacked, at the edge of the excavation. There is a court case coming out of that. The parents are claiming that the beams were poorly stacked. I don't know what's true and what's not. It's been a strange year.
Yeah. Really well done. Good pronunciation. All right. So, what's happening here, guys?
Everyone is dying.
Yeah, everyone is dying. So the parents, even the students, they've had accidents.
The kid in Korea.
Yeah.
Such a bad luck.
Such bad luck. Yeah.
Oh no.
Okay, Bo, do you have any questions?
No,
Okay.
I don't have any questions.
Okay. Can you read this next sentence, Bo?
Okay. I forgot to mention Billy Brandon's father, who was knifed fatally when he grappled with a masked intruder in his home.
Good. Let's look at fatally. Fatally.
Fatally.
Good.
Fatally.
Fatally. And maybe it's more like
Fatally.
nice.
Fatally.
And masked. Masked.
Masked.
Perfect. Nicely done.
Next.
What happened here, Bo? What's that sentence say?
I forgot to mention mention
Well, what's happening in the sentence? What happened in the sentence?
happening. Yeah, fatally, what does it mean? What does fatally mean? Fatally.
Like fatal is
Fatally.
causing death.
Ah, cause death. Knifed. What does knifed mean?
It's like stabbed with a knife.
Ah,
Okay. Does that make
okay.
sense? So yeah, this boy's father also died grappling, so like wrestling.
When he grabbed. What does grappled mean?
It means like wrestle.
Res-
Or like fight. Fight for control. Heidi, can you read this next paragraph?
Mm-hmm. One day we had a discussion in class. They asked me, where did they go? The trees, the salamander, the tropical fish, Edgar, the pups, and mammals, Matthew and Tony. Where did they go? And I said, I don't know. And they said, who knows? And I said, nobody knows. And they said, is this that which gives meaning to life? And I said, no. Life is that which gives meaning to life. Then they said, but isn't death considered as a fundamental datum? I'm not sure. The means by which the taken for granted mundanity of the everyday may be transcended. Okay. Have the everyday be transcended in the direction of. I said, yes,
Nice.
maybe. They said, we don't like it. I said, that sound. They said, it's a bloody shame. I said, it is.
Okay. Really, really well done. Great job with transcended, mundanity, taken for granted. You did a good job with fundamental datum, too. Yeah, so datum would be like piece of information. So this is really difficult. Does anybody think they know what's happening here?
Kids are asking about the meaning of life.
Yeah, the kids are asking about the meaning of life. So they're confronted with all this death, and they now want to know what is the meaning of life. And so they said, is death that which gives meaning to life? And he said, no, life gives meaning, or death. Life is that which gives meaning to life. Yeah. And then they're saying that death is the means that the everyday boringness of life can be taken to the next level by means of something. And then the teacher says, yes, maybe. And they say, we don't like it. So they don't like death. He says, that's sound. That makes sense. That's okay. And they say, it's a shame. And he says, it is. Any questions here?
Okay.
Okay. Let's try to get through this.
Oh.
Sorry, what?
No, I thought it was finished. Okay. Oh.
There's one more part. Bo, can you read this sentence?
Yes, they said, "Will you make love now with Helen, our teaching assistant, so that we can see how it is done? We know you like Helen."
Good. Heidi, can you read the next sentences?
I do like Helen, but I said that I would not. I've heard too much about it, they said, but we've never seen it. I said I would be fired and that it was never, or almost never, done as a demonstration. Helen looked out of the window.
Juliet, the next couple bits.
They said, please, make love with Helen. We require an assertion of value. We're frightened. I said that they shouldn't be frightened, although I am often frightened, and that there was value everywhere. Helen came and embraced me. I kissed her a few times and on the brow. We held each other. The children were excited. Then there was a knock on the door. I opened the door, and the new Gabriel walked in. Gerbil walked in. The children cheered wildly.
Yeah,
Okay.
good.
Okay. Is it a dream? I don't know.
It's a really short story. It's one of my favorites because I think it's really funny and it's short and really concise. We are out of time. I wish we could talk about it a little bit, but I have a tutoring session right now. We've got another class in about an hour. Bo, it was good to meet you. Most of my other classes are less difficult than this, so hopefully I'll see you again. Depti,
Yes.
you came in right at the end. Hopefully I'll see you again later. Nice to briefly meet you. Juliet and Heidi.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for coming in, guys,
Thank you.
and see you again
Thanks.
soon.
Thank you very much.
Yes, thank
Goodbye.
you.
Bye, guys.
Bye.